me tight. I just wanna fade out somewhere we can shut the world away. I'm ready to hide, far from the fallout. They won't find us in the paradise we'll make. I fell down so low, felt nowhere to go, but I know you wait for me. You wait for me. So far out of sight, slipped into the white, but I know you wait for me. I'm coming home, I'm coming back down tonight, 'cause I've been hypnotized by the lights. But I'm coming home, I'm coming back down tonight. Yeah, it's taken time to realize, but I'm coming home, I'm coming back down tonight. I'm coming home, I'm coming back down tonight. I'm coming home, I'm coming back down tonight. Free falling from the high, I'm following the voice I know. Free falling from the high, I'm coming home, I'm coming back down tonight, 'cause I've been hypnotized by the lights. But I'm coming home, I'm coming back down tonight. Yeah, it's taken time to realize, but I'm coming home, I'm coming back down tonight. I'm coming home, I'm coming back down tonight. I'm coming home, I'm coming back down tonight.
Okay, sorry guys. I realized that I did everything but set up my microphone there. Okay, so let's get some stuff going on. Alright. So, living up to the name of Nighthawk here is 5:20 in the AM. But wide awake. Excuse me. And want to get some gaming in, so let's do it. Also, I really wish I love some chat interface or comment if I ever get an opportunity to about like where you like to camp, because like right now this is me like looking up at my cam, like talking to you guys like this way. But the thing is that like to see my chat, I gotta like look over here, which means like doesn't look like I'm looking at you to see your conversation. I don't know if that would be better if I was looking up if the monitor was there. Yeah, so I could put my webcam here, so you'd be like looking at like this side of me as I was playing, and then like it'd be like me looking at you as talking, where the exact opposite was happening now. Would love to hear your comments or thoughts if it's on your YouTube below, if you're in Twitch chat, send me an email, hit me up on Twitter, any of those things. You know, where you where you'd like to see the camera looking at me, or maybe you don't want to see the look at me at all. Yeah. One way or another, I just just happy to know that you're here coming along. I'd love to hear your point of view. So let's get into this. We know that this tree is going to attack us and summon a bunch of plant stuff once we cross the bridge here. Is there anything that we want to do ahead of time? I think there's a bit of a conversation period, so we could probably pre-summon with IFAN. Well, that's interesting. One of my thoughts on, I'll say this right now about this game, just while I'm thinking about it. I've also had a lot to drink, but I've made sure that I've kind of had, the healer. I played a lot of games, so you always go for that, Holy Trinity, right? Like, you want, tank, DPS, healer is the main triad for a lot of group-style games. But, the amount of times I've actually healed someone and it's meant something in this game, very, very low. I haven't taken the things off everyone's hotbar just because out of respect for that, but I can't think of how many times I may have clicked either one of these two buttons on this character or her, my quote-unquote healer, who has access to 5 heal spells, is only speccing currently 2, and probably doesn't even need them. I don't know if that's something about a game design reflection that I'll bring up in my thoughts video, but it's definitely an interesting observation. And I wonder if that's something that we'll see in Baldur's Gate 3 when we play it. That if DPS is outweighs healing. You know what I mean? Because what's really happens is because we are all focused on physical damage, and all of our characters have access to the crowd control, which would be the fourth corner of the triad if you have one. I've never needed to really heal anybody. And that seems that's an interesting thing, I guess, or observation. But let's everyone's at full health. Our team also has insane resistances now, just stupid. Let's look at Fan for a second here. I'm curious about this. Yeah, 43% chance to dodge. That is, and then 53% natural resistances with no buffs. Elgin's around 60% on most stuff. Leadership is definitely a skill not to be underestimated. If you saw my last video where I took Sybil and I took up some of her skills out of here to actually pump that skill up to 11 to make it as good as it is. And in retrospect, because the lack of healing and how often I'm very tempted to pull this down to its bare minimum levels and pump this all the way up, and see just really how powerful leadership is as a skill when focused. Yeah, but let's but enough on that. Everyone likes a good fight, and we know there's one here, so let's get swinging. We'll click a quick buff, and we'll. There it is.
The rustling of leaves and branches turns to an insidious
source in the air. He might be near. Kim. The doctor sends his regard.
Okay, so two things here. Two things. Or two things, whatever. This is the camera thing again. So, one, I'm a Doctor Who fan, so every time they say, like, the Doctor sends his regards as a sister thing, seems wrong to me, because, you know, this could have been so cool, you know, if it was done in a different slightly different tone, and the Doctor was actually some, like, cool NPC with a long scarf. I would have loved that nod. The second thing is that the Doctor's dead, so I know the plant necessarily wouldn't know that, but and I guess he instilled it with source power, so it had sentience just before, you know, he got there. But it's not sentient to know that he's dead. You know, it's a weird spot. So again, if we click end, we're in combat, and we know that he summoned some stuff. I think here, maybe here as well, and he, I think, bounces like summons himself behind us. So let's get a pet up. Here's an interesting thing too. If you saw what I did when I was fighting the Doctor, I was able to summon the infusion multiple times in scenarios where it didn't immediately run at me, which I find very interesting because I don't know what caused that. My ability to do that. And if I knew what triggered that, it would definitely, and it wasn't because someone was already in combat, yeah.
The Doctor has some explaining to do.
Okay, so, first off, you know, I'd like to say on behalf of everyone who's watching this on YouTube or on Twitch, I apologize. Alcohol is probably not good for streaming because I just realized now that you've been staring at my drunk face talking about a game that no one can see. So I'd like to apologize for that. So here's what happened. So there was a tree here. If you saw the last video, we walked up. The tree talked to us. It said all that shit that you could hear, you couldn't see. And then the fight happened, and then it summoned everything here. That's all that happened. So hopefully, hopefully you're still watching. Otherwise, yeah, we're just doing this. We're just gonna do this. So that's funny. Fang goes first over iFan now. Interesting. There always been like in a weird witch battle for turn order. This stupid thing goes next. It's one of those rare occasions where it has less magic armor than physical armor. But our overall goal is to kill this, I guess, this fucking tree. So we're gonna drop this thing. So when you teleport something, it doesn't. Well, we have no idea what way it's facing. Never mind. I'm gonna drop it here. Alright, so our job is to try and maybe deal with this thing in this turn, or try and steal its turn away with our stun lock. And we've got 2 attacks, maybe 3 attacks to do that. Yeah, don't like our chances. Let's just put it that way. We are backstabbing, so let's see how where we sit after this. Wow. So if you weren't, if you didn't see the last video before we got to this fight, we did buy Fan 2 new daggers, and holy shit, was it worth it! Because when I thought I wasn't going to be able to CC this guy before, that is like no problem now. Yeah, so we're just gonna, yeah. That's unfortunate. Sometimes Battle Rim's a weird thing where it says you can't see something. That's okay, because by doing this, what we do is we still CC him, and we do a little bit of damage on the thorny Suncaller there. Yeah. And now it's our archer. And this guy's knocked down now. Or, sorry, this thing here, which is the malignant oak. Same deal. But, oh, shit. What happened? We had, okay, well that, quick fix there. That's why we use oh! That's unfortunate. Not being able to get him to teleport is a big deal. So, what we're gonna do is use his armor's ability of flight. Stay on here, because we're on the top of the apex of this bridge. What I'm hoping is that when we go to do DPS, we'll still get the height advantage. But what we're going to do with this mofo is we're going to drop him right in the group with everybody else. There we go, right there. Yeah. Right, that did some damage already. Yeah, we're going to use Adrenaline on IFAN because we're going to try and steal this guy's turn away here. We're going to use the jump to get some extra that height advantage from. See, that did, you know, a fair amount of damage, but when he used to be the heavy hitter, because of those new daggers, it now looks like Fan has taken over the reins of that. And the other interesting thing about this particular scenario is that there is no way, even after using our Adrenaline, that we're going to be able to get enough damage in to knock him down. So we're just going to which is super unfortunate. I really thought that we'd have enough. But you can see the knockdown arrow to 731. Oh, hold on. There is a chance. Oh, we got lucky. We had to get the critical hit there. But we gambled, and it paid off. Sorry about that. I mean, look, we're trying to... I cracked my head off there. As you've been watching, I've had some shoulder problems. I'm trying to sort that stuff out. Alright, but anyways, back to the game. Alright, we're doing super well. That trap kind of barbecued everyone up to Elgin. Elgin's got a decent sword here. Who's next up? This fucking weird plant thing here. Well, again, we just love a good teleport. Now we're going to teleport it right on top of us, unfortunately. There we go. There we go. Look at that. This thing has no physical armor. That is huge. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up for an attack next turn by using... the Medusa. No. I was hoping that thing would not get too far out of the way, but that's not too bad. We can live with that. And now it's Sibby's turn. Easily our heaviest hitter in the group. And it looks like she's been silenced. She's been crippled. But for some reason prevents her from using tactical retreat. Which is weird because it's basically like a hop. And unfortunate because I really want to get this thing here. I don't think... Let's look at Elkin's scrolls. Never underestimate scrolls, by the way. I know they tell you that in the tooltip, but that, man, it is true. What I was hoping to find was an ether swap. It doesn't look like I have one. too bad. Alright. So the question is now, is we're probably going to have to let that just do whatever. Or we can bring that back into the fold. We're not probably going to do that. Because this big mofo gets to go at some point in time. We really haven't done much damage to it. And she only has one source point, so she can't use Grasp of the Starved. But I feel like it's getting closer to the end of the game. And we have 15 of them. So let's use those babies up. And now, because we're greedy as a... we're bringing this thing back. We're gonna stack them right there. That does some damage. And then we use Flesh Sacrifice. This bleeds us, triggers our elemental affinity, making Blood Rain only cost 1 mana. And we drop it on those guys big time. Now here's an interesting scenario. Because getting this thing in here would be really good. And we do have some extra action points. Let's look at that scroll of teleport again. Whoops. And he is from here, about 3 meters away. 14.8, and about 1 meter. So she would need to move 1 meter away, but she can't reach fuck all apparently. So that's not gonna happen. We're just not gonna be able to get this guy. So let's trick these guys to a fuck you sandwich. Yeah, there we go. And Grasp of the Starved is just insane. I'm sure if you've watched any videos about class builds, but yeah, that spell is the bee's knees. Yeah, and we still have. Yeah. No, what we're gonna do is we're going to hit it with this thing that's gonna it takes all its physical armor away. Yeah. Now it's the pet. Oh yeah, originally we were stacking him for all this fucking AoE damage, but we just killed everything else. But yeah, there we can steal that turn away unless it has a bunch of perseverance, which it does. And see, I respect that the developers figured that out because that really wasn't a thing up until about this area. I thought I missed there for a second. I don't need to knock it down because we're probably just going to rape the shit out of this thing. So I'm just going to attack it. Yeah. Gee, holy Christ! Can we kill it? Damn fucking close. Yeah, well, you know, it's funny because he will, because I'll just summon the pet. The pet will explode. Yeah, done. What? Should kill it. And then, I don't know what this thing did, but I don't want to do it again. This antidote has a bunch of perseverance, so we're just going to knock it down. Yeah. She hit for about 1,000. Jesus Christ, girl. The problem is with necromancy's ranged attacks like that is that there's like the 2. But I think she has enough to get there and should be game over. Yeah, I'm not surprised. The team is doing exceedingly really well. Let's loot up. We already came up here in the end of the stream, got most of these jars. Yes. Weird seed is hot to the touch and alien to the eyes, as if it blew from another plane entirely. Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to come into play soon. Right there, especially. Come up here now.
He will not. Allow the king to rule unchallenged.
Also, repeating plant.
The flower is withered. You bend to smell the bloom, but it has no discernible scent.
That's interesting. Well, we're gonna save because we should have saved after the fight. I didn't because I'm drunk and stupid. But touch the
The
petals.
moment you finger the silky flower, icy darkness pierces your heart. The chill freezes your bones, then rushes free, leaving a single word etched within you. God-woken.
Okay. Load. Be right back. All right, we're back at this. All right. So the flower. Pick the
The
flower.
moment your finger reaches the flower,
He will not. Allow the king to rule unchallenged.
The flower's beauty is betrayed by your memory.
Okay, interesting. I guess we'll just walk away from the flower, which I guess we could have just done right there without loading. But, you know, drinking does not make necessarily for the best decisions. But we want to push through. We're gonna get some, wipe out some of the stuff here in this garden. Check out that secret hatch in the pond there, and we'll take it from there. Still have a day job, still have things that I should be doing, so we'll make sure we will be responsible. Yeah, just walk away. As much as a night owl can be. Anyone watching this, please, if you have responsibilities, make sure you take care of them first. Games are games, jobs are jobs. We're going to save here. Take a quick second, look at what we got. All of this stuff is sell. Cool. Because we're using the runes and we're this late in the level, there's really not much. Yeah, should have had that on. Okay. Not that we ever use that skill. So, yeah, we're just going to skirt the outside edge here. You can see on the map that there's something here that we haven't dug up yet. It must be down here. And this whole beachfront area here. So what we're gonna do, and if you know me, I don't, we'll just do that. Don't have the rest of the team. Well, that was a stupid thing to do. But that's what we intended anyways. So now we're gonna check the shoreline here. Again, very late in the game, so a lot of random items just have very little meaning.
What an unusually large yarrow.
Yeah, we'll hang on to that for whatever reason.
A yarrow, carefully buried too.
And I have no idea what that would be for, and we may not find out in this playthrough, so we don't have a quest for it, chat. And I know that at this point in the game, there will definitely be things that we don't get to do because earlier decisions that we made previous in the game. Not expect that, you know what I mean? Like, there's some things gotta like come to a kind of like the needle point. So again, just exploring. No idea what this is, but we'll explore this area before we cross this wall. Same thing, it seems to be like a little house section here. Let's talk to the this individual bird first.
The weather-beaten war owl salutes you with one wing. Looking closer, you can see a telltale scratch on her left claw. This is the war owl who delivered your message from the Paladin camp.
Oh wow.
Sir, you sent me from the meadows near Driftwood. Carol Ann Fluffinster at your service, sir. That I have, sir. Thank you, sir. Bred and trained for service I am, sir, and proud to be some help, sir.
Ask where she's going next.
Wherever the whistle calls me, sir. Though no doubt with the war preparations the way they are now, I'll be called up to the front lines, sir.
The owl bows before you with an outrageously over-the-top flourish.
Oh, that's cool. I guess these are all the other owls. Let's go talk to them quickly, see if there's anything to do here. Quest-wise, there's a dead one, apparently.
3 owls in the enclosure stare you down blankly, fluffing their feathers and blinking in turn.
Jimmy, prithee wake thyself.
Nope.
The owl addressed as Jimmy lies motionless on the ground, looking for all the world like he's stone-cold dead.
Aye, aye.
Not dead, he's sleeping!
We are blessed with a visitor.
Let's examine Jimmy.
Spying some blood on Jimmy's beak, you pry it open to investigate. Inside, you see a human finger.
Ooh, we're looking for a
few
5-fingered
sharp tugs,
man.
And you've pulled a severed human hand loose, partially pecked. You don't need to be a genius to surmise that Jimmy choked on his dinner.
Okay.
Sir, sir, quit thy poking and prithee leave yon Jimmy alone. Our lad will ruffle up his feathers in his own sweet time.
Deceased? Bunkum. Sweet Jimmy is just resting his eyes.
Oh,
Sir
God.
must be aware that one often needs a small nap after a large dinner. And Jimmy just ingested a banquet. Kem! Lord Kem! Finest paladin in all the land! Right, Jimmy?
A beak never goes empty for long in Kem's house.
As you gingerly pack the rotting appendage in your backpack, you have occasion to wonder, not for the first time on this journey, what in the void am I doing?
Jimmy? Jimmy?
Oh, blast and bother, Jimmy. Show some...
Jimmy remains dead. Uninterested.
Take
Fare thee
release.
well. We'll
Not dead, he's sleeping! Sybil, would you do us the courtesy after we save of eating this hand, please? I feel like it's important.
You slink through Kem's mansion with the alacrity that comes with years of thievery.
Uh-oh.
You arrive in the garden unseen and lay your eyes on the pool. It's just as you hoped. The pool is dry. You enter the basin and reach for the hatch, but a shadow looms over you. A paladin. You smile. You have a story ready for this very situation, yet when you open your mouth, no words spill forth. A blade swing.
Ooh, Jesus. Oh, it's not to be surprised. Hey, Jimmy, what'd you eat?
The spirit of the owl, known as Jimmy, hops heavily from claw to claw, squinting up at you over his bulging, fluffy cheeks.
I don't know what just happened, but I do know that I can't taste anything. And that is the worst feeling in the whole world.
Tell him that he's dead.
The owl's eyes go wide and round as his roly-poly body.
What? No more treats from Cam? No more tasty treats? Indeed. And quite Cam
Okay.
always liked me the best.
Kem feeds his owl's human body parts great.
Like that. Those others with their fancy names, he never gave them treats like me.
Alright, well. Eat that owl spirit. Sorry, Jim. Again, I don't believe that there's going to be anything, yeah. So we're pretty stacked at this point in time, and then we're okay with that. So we dealt with all this stuff. Let's go to the side little area here. I wonder if our conversation with this owl changes now that we know how fucked up the other owls are. And we missed a bag anyway, so win-win.
Sir, at the serve.
Nope, okay. Sticker set inside here and see what's what. Oh, this is the Owl Master, okay. One room house, no floors, one chest.
The elegant owl mistress glances up at you from her papers, a harried look on her face. She nods an abrupt greeting.
Yes?
Give her the bad news. One of her owls is dead.
I doubt it. That's probably just Jimmy taking a nap. That fat owl. He eats a lot. Poor lad hasn't been able to fly properly in months. Can't you smell the fine aroma of owl shit? This is the Owlry, Lord Kem's communications link with the rest of Rivellon. Right now, I'm sending my fluffy friends to mobilize paladins to readiness. War is imminent.
Yeah, well, this guy's evil as we think it is. We're not terribly surprised about that.
But Lord Kem's a good leader, a good man. He'll protect us. I'm sure of it. I suppose he sent you for the latest news?
Yep, tell us what we want to know what's going on in the world.
Rivellon's a big place, darling, and all of it in a shambles. Where exactly do you want to know about?
I'd love to know what Fort Joy.
We haven't heard anything from Fort Joy in a good long time, ever since a group of renegade sorcerers escaped, killing Bishop Alexander in the process.
Yes, we did.
I'm no fan of Magisters, not anymore. But I can't help but think that Alexander's death was unfortunate. Dallas is only making everything worse.
And Driftwood?
I intercepted some Magister communications from there a while ago. Seems like their Voidwoken problems have decreased lately. But they're not quite sure why.
Yeah, I know why.
They're preparing for war with the Divine Order, with all three houses riled up in a frenzy. The House of Dreams are communing with dead warriors. The House of Lore are drawing up new maps for after the war. And the House of War? Well, the House of War are in their element. The biggest news of the Dwarven Queendom is usually the location of the Queen. And guess what? Queen Justinia is here in Arx. She's staying right here in Lord Kem's mansion.
Yeah, we're aware of that. We sent her here.
Good luck out there.
Yeah, well, you are all completely useless, so... No, that's a thing. So these two vases to search. This thing, whatever it is.
A blood rose bush. When not in flower, it barely stinks at all.
Interesting, because like we know that the only blood rose you can get in the game is the one that we got. So we've looted, looks like all of this. We're going to make our way down here on the lower levels, see if the fight that... Yeah, I think it's in this garden area down here, actually. Save. Just in case I'm right. Nothing in there. Yeah, let's check base first. That's just a bomb that'll go off. We know what those are. That's not quite a bomb, but the plants that trigger that stuff. Now, I don't know if because we've already killed the doctor, if this time these fight wounds her, because these are the people who are originally all pissed off that we killed the advocate.
The ring. Disband them.
And the repeating plant. Yeah, so the fight, there was definitely a fight in that garden area here if we hadn't killed the doctor already. I know that for a fact. You can probably track it back in one of our VODs. Because I remember dealing with this flower.
An inscription at the terrarium's base identifies its... Not every detail is visible through the terrarium.
A step away, yeah. What would she say?
An inscription at the terrarium's base identifies its content. Not every detail is...
Fan, what do you...
An inscription at the terrarium's base. Not every detail is...
None of us have the stuff to know what it is. Yeah, so interesting enough, that fight I was talking about, it triggered in this garden here. But I guess by killing the doctor, we have negated said fight. Which if I'd known, I would have killed them first, but still, it's okay. Not the war. So now it's all about this hatch. We've searched all this and got even that item.
If I'm going to open this, that water will need to be drained somehow.
What do you think, guys? You see anything? I don't believe if I open...
Rises and falls.
Interesting. A Lord Ken's command. I feel like that's a hint. Like there might be a switch or something we haven't seen here. It looks like the type of pawn that might have a switch. Just walk around with fans, see if he sees anything. Doesn't look like he does, though. I've also been told it's in the attic, so it's not getting in. It's not exactly the worst thing in the world. It would be nice not to have to backtrack, though.
That hatch won't open easily with the weight of all that water on top of it.
Yeah, that's the trick of it, apparently. Eh? Well, guys, my arm's rocking me, killing me here. The fight's done, and I don't know how to drain the pond. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. If I can figure something out and try, then we'll keep going. But I didn't see a switch there. This house is not attached. But yeah, I feel like there's gotta be some kind of
the water rises and
yeah,
falls
the fact that she says that.
on Lord Ken's command.
It's the biggest, like, hey, there's gotta be something. Because she says it at his command. Not that we've found that asshole yet.
He will not. Allow the king to rule unchallenged.
Alright, saving. Be right back, guys. Okay, guys, it's 6 in the morning. I gotta be on a train for my day job very soon, so gotta pull the responsible card and call it there. We beat the whole garden area. That was key. We have to figure out how to move that water. So I'll be back tomorrow. Guaranteed, probably at my regular stream time around 4:30, 5 o'clock until 8, 9 o'clock at night, and then back for a night owl stream possibly as well. If we haven't beat the game already. Well, thank you for tuning in. For my YouTube followers and viewers, thank you so very much. It really means a lot for me that you guys are actually taking the time to watch these and the playthroughs and my other videos I make. If you can please hit that either like or subscribe button, it would mean a lot. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see me do anything else, or just leave a comment. Just to know you're laughing out there would mean a lot. Again, I know you have a lot of choices to things to watch, so the time that you take to watch my stuff really means a lot. So anyways, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, wherever you are, may the world be good to you. And this night owl is hooted out. Ciao, guys.
He will not.